Alright, in this video, I'm going to be showing you how you can actually bring in a guest into your show. So if you've been wanting to bring a guest into your show where you'll be in Nigeria or you'll be in the US and you want to bring somebody from another place or probably even in the same state but in a different city, you can actually get that done. So that's what I'm going to be showing you in this video. Now, the first thing that we need to do to get this done, or the tool that we actually need to use to get this done, is called the NDI source. All right, the NDI software. So what we're going to do right now, first off, is to go to Google, all right, to download this software. We're going to go to Google to download this software. So once we download it, I'm going to show you the process of installation, and then once we're done with that, then the next thing we're going to do is to make sure that we install this software. All right, so those are the steps that we're going to take in. Immediately we're done with that, then you'll be able to bring in your audience. It's just as simple as that. It's no rocket science. It's something that is actually very, very easy to do. So let's quickly go to Google right away, and then I'm going to type into Google OBS NDI. Okay, OBS, and as you can see right now, OBS NDI. That is what I'm typing. So immediately I type that, it's going to take me to a page. All right, the very first page is what you want to go to, and that is what you're seeing right here. Now, this is the person I want to bring in. Okay, so Mr. Benson, his eyes is closed right now, is the one I want to bring in. I think he's actually he's actually very tired. All right, so that's the person I want to bring in. Now, what I need to explain to you is this: before you even begin to download OBS and all of that, you need to have Skype installed on your system. All right, Skype need to be installed on your system. If you have not installed Skype on your system, please go to Google, just type in Skype, get it installed on your system. All right, and then the person that you're bringing in into your show as a guest, you must have connected with the person, just like you're seeing Mr. Benson on my screen right now. So this is Mr. Benson. We're on a live call right now, on a Skype call. So that's what you're seeing at this point in time, and that's why you're seeing him at this particular edge. So make sure that your Skype is on, meaning that your Skype is ready. Okay, so just go to your NDI source, the link that you have here. So you click on the NDI source. Immediately you click on the NDI source, it's going to take you to another page. This is where you're going to download the NDI software. It's just a very small software. It's not very the size is not really very heavy. So what I'm going to do is you go to the download button right here. So it says go to download, okay, or go to download. So I'm going to click on the go to download, and immediately you click on that again, it's going to take you to the page where you're going to download the NDI software that I'm talking about. Now you discover now here that there are different updates. Okay, so there have been updates going on. So the latest one here is for the Ubuntu package. All right, so what you're going to do is to come down here. So once you come down here, you're going to see all the updates and the versions available. Okay, so here is one, and here's another one. This is for Mac. So if you're using Macintosh, this is the one you want to download. Now this one is for Windows, okay, and this also is for Windows. But then instead of downloading this one, I'm going to just download this one straight away. This is the main software itself. Okay, as you can see, it is just 2.15 megabyte, a very small software. So what you need to do is to make sure that you click on this software. All right, so once I click on the software, it will start downloading immediately. Okay, so it's already downloading on my, let me quickly show you that it's already downloading on my application right here. So that's what you can see right down here. So it's already downloading. So what you can do when it's fully downloaded is for you to launch it. You're going to install it. Okay, so that's what you need to do. So now it is fully downloaded. What I'm going to do is I'm going to click it to launch it. Launching means that I want to install it, and it's a very straightforward process. It's not something that is difficult. It's not something that requires technicality. All right, so I'm going to click on open file right now. Or yeah, open file, and it's asking me, do I want to run the software? I want to say yes, I want to run the software. So I click on yes, and then it's going to bring up this. So it's asking me again, do I want to run this? Yes, I want to run it. All right, so it's bringing up all this dialog box just to be sure that I'm the one wanting to run the software. So I'm going to click on next. Again, it says that NDI source required this and that. Okay, no problem. I'm going to click on next. Then I'm going to click on next again. Now I already have NDI source installed on my system already. All right, I already have that installed, and if it requires an additional software, that is what you're going to see. It's going to download this software as well. So but because I want to show you the process, how to get this done, that is the reason why I'm downloading it again, so you can get the process of how everything is done. Okay, so this is actually the process of the NDI. Now it's not going to take you time. Highest is going to take you about 2-3 minutes to install. If you have a very good internet connection, you can even use 1 minute to install this. So it's not going to take your time at all. So right now we can see that an additional file is being downloaded when the NDI is being installed. So it's saying the following applications need to be turned off, this and that. Okay, yeah. I'm telling you that I don't want it to close my application because my OBS is actually on right now. But if your OBS is on during this installation, please make sure that you close your OBS. All right. So, but then I don't want it to turn it off. I'm going to say next, and then it's going to install the software. And then, you know, at the end of the day, you're going to see it says an error. Okay, so the reason why the error occurred actually is because my OBS is on. Okay, that will not be the same for you. Okay, don't worry about that. So just make sure that when you're doing this installation, when you're actually installing the software, your OBS is not on. Okay, but my OBS is on. That's why it's showing that error. So now in your own case, you must have finished installing the software by now. The next thing you want to do is to launch your OBS. All right, so I'm going to launch my OBS right now, and this is the fresh copy of OBS. You know, there's nothing in there. Now immediately you finish the installation, you will notice in your OBS setup that it's going to be a tool called NDI. Okay, now this is where you're going to see. So for instance, if you click on this plus icon right there, you're going to see the NDI source. All right, you're going to see the NDI source. Initially, if you have not installed it, you're not going to see this. Okay, but because you have finished the installation, then you're going to see this NDI source. So how do we bring in the person? How do we bring in the guest that we want to bring in? So what you're going to do is that now you already have one scene right here. So what you're going to do is that you're going to click on this NDI source that you have here. Okay, and then you click on it, click on the add button under the sources, and then you go to the NDI source, you click on it. Now you can put this name this as the name of the person you're bringing in. So I'm going to say Mr. Benson. Okay, so that's the name of the person I'm bringing in. Now, before you do this, make sure that your Skype is running. All right, make sure that your Skype is up and running. The person is actually connected to you. In other words, you must have called the person on a live call. All right, so the way it is right now, Mr. Benson is on live call right now. I've already called him on Skype. Okay, it's already live with me, so I'm going to bring him in. Okay, so I'm going to say Mr. Benson, then I'll click on OK. Now immediately I click on OK. Now it's not detecting any source, so I'm the one that will have to select the source that I want. So I'm going to click on this down arrow button right here, and it's seeing one source right there, the active speaker, which is actually me. And then the next one is actually seeing here is Mr. Benson, because it's only just two persons that are online on Skype right now. So this is Mr. Benson. I'm going to click on I'm going to select this one, then I'll click on OK. Now immediately I click on OK, we're supposed to have Mr. Benson right here, and that is why it's showing right there now. So this is Mr. Benson. Okay, now of course it's because Mr. Benson is using his phone on Skype. That is the reason why it's as small as this. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to place Mr. Benson here. I can increase the size of his video by expanding it like this. Okay, so you have to press your shift key down. Okay, press the shift key and then expand it so that you can get the proportion. All right, so that's Mr. Benson. Now I want to bring in my own camera so that I can appear beside Mr. Benson. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to click on this same plus icon again under the sources. Then I'm going to click on video capture card, or sorry, video capture device. Remember the normal way you usually had your camera. So that's what I'm going to do right now. I'll say Mr. Korede, all right, because that is me. So immediately I do that, I need to select the device that I want to use. Okay, so I'm going to use USB device, USB video device, which is actually my webcam. You will see me right now. Hello, how you guys doing? So this is me. All right, so what you're going to do at this point in time is, okay, it's actually a default right now. I'm going to change it to custom, and then once I change it to custom, I'm going to change it to 1280 by 720. All right, so that's what I've just changed it to now. So you can see it expanded a bit and you can see me better. All right, so I'm going to click on OK. Now what you notice at this point in time is that I'm the only person. In fact, I fill up the screen. We're not seeing Mr. Benson again. That is not what I wanted. I want this to be reduced to a size. So what I'm going to do is to reduce the video. All right, the size of the video. So I'm going to go to the edge, then I'll just reduce the size of the video. So there I am, and this is Mr. Benson. All right, now so what you can do, if you don't want to see the whole of Mr. Benson's face like this, you could actually crop his face. I mean, not his face. We don't want to crop his face. We don't want to crop Mr. Benson's face. All right, so what you want to do is to crop from this particular place to this edge here. So what you're going to do is to click, you hold down your Alt key, and then you drag this edge. So I'm holding down my hotkey right now, and then I'm dragging the edge. So Look at what I'm doing right now. So I was able to crop that place, and the only thing I'm seeing now is the face of Mr. Benson that is going to sleep. All right, so now make sure in order for you to make this interesting, what I usually do is that when I'm having a live show like this, if I'm inviting somebody to my live show, what I usually do is that I usually create a background. Okay, I usually create a background so that the background will reflect the live show that I'm talking about. And how can you do that? Very simple. What you can do again is to click on this plus icon that you have here, and then you're going to click on image. So I'll call this background. All right, background. So you can just add a background. So I'll call it background. Then I'm going to search for an image. So let me just go search for an image that we can use as a background. Okay, let me just quickly get one right here. Is the Quran properly preserved? Because I've already had a show with Mr. Benson before, so I want to use the one that we had together. All right, so this is the background that I've created, and I'm going to click on OK, and then I'll click on OK. So the background is in, but what you quickly notice right now is that the background already covered both myself and Mr. Benson. We don't want that to happen. What you can do is to click on this down arrow button, okay, to bring the background down. So I'm going to bring it down 1, 2. All right, so myself and Mr. Benson is showing right now. So what I can do is to take my image and then position it right here, and then I can reduce the video so it fits into this particular screen, and that's what you're seeing right now. Now, because Mr. Benson is using his phone, so it cannot cover the whole of this place, then I'll just reduce I'm just going to reduce his video right here, so it's going to stay in between, meaning it's going to stay in between. But if I discover that Mr. Benson is going to use his phone, I will have to make sure that I design this background such that there's not going to be all this white space here. I will make sure that the background is going to merge with the picture that he has right here. So instead of having a huge background like this, I'm going to make sure that the background is going to start from here and it ends here, just to make it very befitting. So this is actually how you can bring in audience for your live show on OBS. I'm hearing the sound right there. Mr. Benson, how are you doing today? Oh, I'm good. I'm good. All right. So now you can see that I've been able to transition from the preview right now into the programs. And once you've been able to do this, whatever Mr. Benson is saying, whatever you are saying, it will go live into the audience. So the audience are going to be seeing what you're saying and what Mr. Benson is saying. So this is actually how to bring somebody into your live stream. You want to bring a guest. This is actually how to do that. Mr. Benson is looking sideways. I don't know what he's looking at that point. Mr. Benson, what are you looking at there? All right, Mr. Benson, thank you very much. Sorry, you said what? Yeah, it seems your video actually ceased, but you're okay right now. Everything is okay. All right. Okay, so Mr. Benson, thank you very much for your time. Thank you for coming online for us to use you as an example on how to show our students how to bring in guests on the online program. I mean, on the online stream. Thank you very much. Really appreciate that. So this pretty much explains it. This is actually how you can bring in a guest into your live program if you want to bring in a guest. In the next video, I'm going to be showing you how you can actually do this with Zoom. All right, so this is how to do this with OBS, but in the next video I'm going to be showing you how you can get this done with Zoom as well. Thank you very much. If you have any question, make sure you leave them in the email and I'll be able to answer them as soon as I can. Thank you very much. And Mr. Benson, thank you very much. Bye bye.